Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Maurice, the sports historian, back with another WWE pay-per-view next day reaction, thoughts, whatever I have decided to title this video. For Backlash 2023 in Puerto Rico. I was looking forward to this pay-per-view card. We had some good matches that had got announced. A little bit of confusion on what the what the main event was going to be. And we'll talk about that a little bit more within the video. I'm going to try to keep this video under 15 minutes, so forgive me if I miss some stuff. But we're going to go in order of, the matches. So to start off the entire pay-per-view, we had the Raw Women's Championship match. The champion Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. Going into this match, I had high expectations because of their work in NXT. I really enjoyed when they had interacted with each other in NXT, as well as in the multiple, I believe, for both Bianca and Io, but specifically the women's War Games match we saw last Survivor Series. I really enjoyed that. We got a bunch of offense for Io, and Io looked really good. Bianca looked great as always. The crowd was so invested in this match, and the crowd was reacting for Io as if she was the face and Bianca as if she was the heel. I noticed that during the match, Bianca had started to do like little heel moves, when she was wrestling, as a reaction to, the crowd basically treating her as the heel. So that was a nice touch from Bianca. As far as the match went, there was some pretty cool spots. Bianca went and vertical pressed Io Sky above her head. And like during the match, Io Sky had targeted her, one of her arms, and so she vertical pressed her with one arm, and then threw her onto the mat. The way Io landed looked real brutal at first. She got her hands down on the mat before she took the spill, but at first it looked like she landed directly on her face, and I'm not gonna lie, that scared me for a little bit. What else? Io did a moonsault from the top rope onto the outside of the ring. Good spot right there. Bianca hit Io with a crazy super power bomb off the second rope, I believe, and Io kicked out of that. So good shit from this match. Bianca retained, of course. Didn't expect anything else, but that was a really good match. I think we might get another variation of this match because of the way it ended. Io Sky was looking for the moonsault at the top. Bayley and Dakota Kai came out. Bayley had Bianca's ponytail. Ref saw it, and then after that, Bianca had a chance to recover, hit it with a KOD, 1, 2, 3, and still. I really enjoyed that match. Moving on, what was the next match? I believe the next match was Seth Rollins versus Omos. I didn't expect anything crazy out of this match, but I will say Omos did look pretty damn good in ring in this match. Seth Rollins looked as good as always. They did a real good job at selling Omos is really big, and Seth Rollins is going to have to attack him a lot to really do damage. But they did that. Nothing crazy that I have to think about for the match. Oh, the way they finished it with Seth Rollins doing the stomp from either was the second or the top rope, that was pretty cool. So I enjoyed that. So this pay-per-view was really good. It started off with the Raw Women's Championship match I thought was superior, but two really good matches in a row. Moving on, after that, I think we had I can't remember if we had the U.S. Championship match or the SmackDown Women's Championship match, but we're going to talk about the U.S. Championship match next. Austin Theory defends his U.S. Championship versus Bobby Lashley and Bronson Reed. I believe Bronson Reed was the only one that got drafted to Raw, so I knew he wasn't going to win this match. So I also thought that they were going to, keep it on Theory just because he's on SmackDown now, give him new opportunities to feud with new people, and Bobby can move up to the main event scene and get away from this U.S. title. So yeah, it ended how I thought it was going to end. Couldn't see Austin Theory hitting A-Town down on either Bobby or Bronson Reed, asked to protect both of them. The match itself, though, was really, really cool. Got a lot of action in, a lot of OD shit from Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed looked really, really good during this match. Austin Theory also had some pretty interesting spots as well throughout the match. Overall, this was just a really good wrestling match. I think this was the third match, and then it went into the SmackDown Women's Championship match. But yeah, Backlash started off with 3 really, really, really good matches, and this entire pay-per-view was just really good all the way through, in my opinion. So, didn't have too many crazy thoughts on the U.S. Championship match, though. Glad Austin Theory got to retain. I want to see him do something with some of the talent that was either brought over to SmackDown or stayed on SmackDown, preferably if we could get Montez Ford or maybe even LA Knight to feud for the U.S. Championship, or Grayson Waller, somebody like that. But that's, we can wait till Friday for that. Speaking of Friday, the SmackDown Women's Championship match, Rhea Ripley defended her title versus Zelina Vega. This match also was really Backlash just started off hot, and it just kept the momentum there. It obviously helped that the Puerto Rico crowd was fantastic. Zelina Vega, she's from Queens, but she's of Puerto Rican descent, so they definitely showed up for her. What else? Oh, I forgot to mention during the Seth Rollins versus Omos match, when the crowd was, singing along with Seth's theme, Omos just kicked him in the back of the head and started the match. That was pretty funny. As far as this match goes, I couldn't see Zelina Vega taking the title off of Rhea because, well, number one, her title reign just got started. Number two, she's switching on to Raw. And number three, Zelina Vega was a super big underdog. But I like how they played into it during the match. Zelina Vega hit her with a 619 during the match, I believe. What else happened during the match? I will admit, around this time, it was a little late where I am. And so I was getting a little tired. Not because the matches were boring, but because I was actually tired. So forgive me if some of these I don't remember quite as clear. I'm definitely going to rewatch some of these matches though. Like Bianca versus Io, I'm going to rewatch that. But yeah, I think there's some sort of ref distraction that led to Riptide 1, 2, 3. And also, I do like how they are protecting both Bianca and Rhea's finishers. It's just one and done. I know in the past I criticized, I think at WrestleMania versus Asuka, how it only took one KOD to beat her at WrestleMania. That was me talking more salty and speaking with emotion, and it kind of makes a little sense because it was at WrestleMania. You couldn't have gave her 2. You didn't even have to she didn't have to eat the pin on the first one. You could have rolled through and hit her with it. I don't know, whatever. I'm getting off topic. SmackDown Women's Championship match. Rhea retained. She looked great in the all white gear. Zelina Vega came out with the Puerto Rican flag as a part of her costume, and her gear was just in the style of the flag of Puerto Rico. So great match between these two as well. Moving on to what should have been the main event. I don't know why WWE tried to pull this stupid bullshit double main event thing. We know what that means. We know that you guys just didn't want to commit to Damian Priest and Bad Bunny being the main event. Which, the way this match went, you would have thought it was the main event. I guess that kind of leads credence to why they booked it as the main, the double main event thing. Still stupid. You didn't have to do that. If you weren't going to give us this as the main event, then you shouldn't have even like alluded to this being a second main event. It should have just been the main event to begin with, but we'll talk about the main event when we get there. San Juan Street Fight, Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest. I didn't expect this match to be so long. This match was probably like the second or third. It was longer than the main event, but it was probably like the second or third longest match on this entire card. Bad Bunny can wrestle, man. Okay, so going back to when he and Priest had teamed up at WrestleMania, we saw a little bit. I think he hit a Canadian Destroyer on John Morrison at WrestleMania and did whatever. But like, looking at him versus Damian Priest, this was a really, really good match. Even though I was tired, this match kept me entertained thoroughly the entire time. Bad Bunny came out, got a huge reaction from the crowd. They were singing along to his music. I don't listen to Bad Bunny, so I didn't know the song, but they knew every word, and it was loud for every word. Like, that's crazy. What else happened? He came out and then went back towards the entrance, and then came out with the shopping cart full of like chairs and kendo stick and trash cans and shit, all the weapons to use. So that was pretty cool. They started it off pretty alright. Bad Bunny got some good offense in. Damian Priest, was doing Damian Priest things, and then the fight eventually spilled to the crowd. And they weren't even far away from the ring, but it spilled to the crowd, and Damian Priest gets Bad Bunny up on some WWE equipment, and they fighting on the WWE equipment, and this man hits a broken arrow through 2 tables on top of the elevated WWE equipment to Bad Bunny. And when I tell you Bad Bunny sold that, like, Bad Bunny looked like he was dead on that table, which is crazy. Shout out Bad Bunny for being willing to take that bump, and shout out Priest for doing that. But then WWE officials came out. I think Adam Pearce came out, was like, no, he can't compete. And Damian Priest was like, fuck that, you gonna get your ass to this ring. Brought him back to the ring. They kept fighting. I don't know who came out first. Was it? I think Judgment Day came out first. Dominic and Finn Balor came out first. They were jumping the shit out of Bad Bunny. Then Rey Mysterio came out. Then, I forgot his name. Someone else came out representing LWO. I forgot his name. I'm gonna look his name up after this, and I'll be like, damn it, this is who it was. But someone, Puerto Rico celebrity came out, introduced LWO, boom, and then LWO is brawling with Judgment Day. They're winning, and then out of nowhere, I spit in the face of people who do not like to be cool. Carlito shows up. He got the apple. He got damn Puerto Rican flag in his pants. He's wearing the LWO shirt. He spits the apple into Dom's face. The LWO chase Judgment Day back into the locker room, and then how this match end? I forget how this match ended. It was a very exciting ending. And the match went on for like 5 more minutes after the LWO shenanigans. I was like, wow, like, this was a really long match. I forget exactly how it ended. Again, I was a little tired, but I'm gonna rewatch this match. I forget how it ended, but the ending, I remember it was great. I just don't remember the specifics. I thoroughly enjoyed that match. In my opinion, probably the best match on this entire card. And that's saying something, because like this card didn't have any bad matches. So that's that. Next up was I was gonna call it the co-main. It's not a UFC event. The Bloodline versus Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Matt Riddle. I don't have too much to say about this match. Like the match was cool. It did what it needed to do. The Bloodline won, which I actually didn't think they were going to win. They won in spite of each other, which I thought was a nice touch if we're going to finally get this Bloodline story rolling again, because admittedly it has stalled out, post WrestleMania. But I think Jimmy hit Jay with a super kick. Solo and Jay were arguing, and Sami Zayn had hit he hit Solo with a hula kick. Solo was on the outside of the apron. We almost saw Solo Samoan spike Jay, which was kind of cool. And of course Jimmy didn't see a damn thing. We're gonna see Roman on next episode of SmackDown, so we get things going again with this Bloodline storyline. They won, cool. It was a good match, nothing crazy. Moving on to the main event, which should not have been the main event. This should have been the second to last match on this pay-per-view, especially with everything that happened with the Damian Priest versus Bad Bunny street fight. But we got Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. We got Cody Rhodes continuing the story, even though I don't know how this is a part of his story at all, but we're just gonna go with it because fuck it, why not? They continue to make mention of, this being the end of Cody Rhodes' story if he loses, which of course they're not gonna end this story, and they're going to have Cody win. What do I have to say about the match? Pretty cool having Cody attack Brock Lesnar before the match started. Use some weapons, hit him with a chair a few times because he couldn't have got DQ'd because the match didn't officially start. Then the match starts. Brock Lesnar takes him to Suplex City a little bit. From one of the suplexes, Cody Rhodes takes off the turnbuckle, and as soon as he took off the turnbuckle, I was like, that's probably going to cut Brock Lesnar open. And that's exactly what it did. It cut Brock Lesnar open. Brock Lesnar bled a lot during this match. His face was entirely covered in blood. Do think that was a pretty nice touch, and I'm glad that they did that. But yeah, Cody Rhodes was not going to win this match. Brock Lesnar surprised him, had his arm in a Kimura lock. As we've seen, Brock Lesnar has kayfabe broken arms with, the Kimura. No chance Cody was going to get out. Cody, is on the Kimura, is in the Kimura lock, pushes off of the mat, rolls Brock Lesnar up on his shoulders, 1, 2, 3, gets the pin, and he walks out as babyface Cody Rhodes, and the story is back on, I guess. I didn't have a problem with the match. I actually quite enjoyed it. Just a little confusing as to, one, why we had to get the match this way. Two, what exactly the fuck does this have to do with Cody Rhodes' story? Because Cody's on Raw and Roman's on SmackDown. I don't know why we had to keep mentioning that. And three, Brock Lesnar's he's going to disappear for a few months, probably until Money in the Bank or something like that. Because he's not going to be, I don't think he's going to be take place in the World Heavyweight Championship tournament. So, yeah, overall, Backlash was a really, really good pay-per-view. I might have sounded a little unenthusiastic at times during this review. I promise you I liked every match on this card, and I really liked this pay-per-view. Overall, I'd probably say this was not better than WrestleMania Night 1, but definitely better than Night 2. Probably the second best PLE we've gotten, this year. So, yeah, if you guys enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, hit the notification bell so you can see other future videos that I make. I accidentally paused the recording. Where was I? Hit the notification bell, hit the like, leave a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.